Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the secrets hidden within company filings. Today we are looking at IREN Ltd and some frankly surprising housekeeping they've been doing. Grab your coffee because this one has a bit of a shake-up. Before we dive in, if you enjoy getting the real story behind corporate moves and financials explained simply, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And hey, we've got a fantastic community over on Discord talking all things finance with the link right there in the description below. Alright, let's talk about IREN Ltd. This filing, a Form 8K, is essentially a heads up to investors about significant events happening with the company. Think of it like a company shouting from the rooftops about something important. And this one is about a change in their auditors. So, the big news here is a switch in who is checking IREN's financial books. As of the 27th of November 2025, KPMG, which is a pretty well-known name in accounting, has been appointed as the new independent registered public accounting firm for IREN Ltd. This decision comes from the recommendation of their Audit and Risk Committee and then got the thumbs up from the company's board of directors. Now, normally you would expect some explanation for such a change. However, the filing is quite clear that there wasn't any consultation with KPMG on any complex accounting matters or potential audit opinions before this appointment. And with the arrival of KPMG, their previous auditor, Raymond Chabot Grant Thornton, or RCGT as they're known, has been shown the door. This happened the day before KPMG officially took over. RCGT had been with IREN since May of 2023. Now, when an auditor leaves, regulators want to know if there were any major disagreements or issues that led to the departure. According to this filing, RCGT's reports for the fiscal years ending the 30th of June 2025 and the 30th of June 2024 did not contain any red flags like an adverse opinion or a disclaimer of opinion. Basically, they weren't saying, we can't give an opinion or things are really bad. However, there is a small but important note here. The report for the fiscal year ended the 30th of June 2024 did include an explanatory paragraph. This paragraph expressed significant doubt about the company's ability to continue as a going concern at that time. What does going concern mean? It is a fancy way of saying the auditors had doubts about whether the company would be able to stay in business for the next year. That is a pretty serious note for any company. The filing also states there were no big disagreements on accounting principles, financial disclosures, or audit procedures that would have caused RCGT to flag them in their opinion. The only reportable event mentioned, which is a specifically defined term in these filings, was RCG pointing out a material weakness in internal controls over financial reporting. This was disclosed in IREN's annual report for the year ending the 30th of June 2024. A material weakness means there is a significant chance that errors in the company's financial statements could go undetected. IREN has sent a copy of this filing to RCGT and asked them to provide a letter to the Securities and Exchange Commission, or the SEC, confirming whether they agree with what is stated here. That letter from RCGT is filed as an exhibit, Exhibit 16.1. This exhibit, the letter from RCGT, is essentially their confirmation or disclaimer about their time as IREN's auditor. It is important because it adds a layer of verification to the information provided by the company. Finally, the filing lists its exhibits. The most significant ones we've discussed are the Auditor's Letter Exhibit 16.1, and then there is the standard cover page interactive data file, Exhibit 104. Now, looking at this whole situation, it is clear that IREN Ltd is making some significant changes behind the scenes, especially with its auditing team. The appointment of a new, well-known auditor like KPMG can often signal a desire for renewed scrutiny or a fresh perspective, especially after RCGT flagged that going concern doubt and a material weakness. The fact that the auditors were essentially just appointed without prior consultation on specific accounting issues suggests this isn't about resolving a complex accounting problem, but perhaps more about a strategic decision by the board. You see this sometimes when a company wants to signal a new direction or enhance investor confidence, bringing in a larger, more globally recognized auditing firm. However, the lingering question from the prior auditor's report about the going concern and the disclosed material weakness in internal controls are definitely points to watch, while the new auditors saying they didn't have disagreements doesn't erase those past concerns. It does mean they are starting with a clean slate, so to speak, and will be responsible for evaluating those areas going forward under their own audit. For investors or potential investors, this filing is a heads up that the company is undergoing a change in how its finances are reviewed. It is not an inherently good or bad move on its own, but it is a significant event that warrants attention. Investors should keep an eye on future reports, especially from KPMG, to see how they address the company's financial health and the internal control environment. Alright, that is our breakdown of IREN Ltd's latest filing. What is your take on this auditor switch and what happened before? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this clear and simple analysis was valuable, please give this video a thumbs up, it really helps us out. And of course, subscribe for more corporate insights. Don't forget to join our growing community on Discord, the link is in the description. Thanks for watching, see you next time.